You're listening to the Gag On This podcast.
I see you standing up and I want to knock you down.
Yeah, it is.
What's up, guys? Thanks for having me.
What up? Yeah, the 49ers thing's got to go, buddy. Super Bowl bound Browns, baby.
Yeah. Get enough massages there, maybe.
Massage Watson. This is the Gag On This podcast. Woo, woo.
Woo, woo.
Episode description. We'll have the show and guest social media. Follow us everywhere at Gag On This _pod. Facebook at Gag On This pod. Like what you hear, leave a review. Hate what you hear, become a queen. See what happens. You'll die at a ripe old fucking age, and you'll get me 4 points.
Not an assless chaps queen.
No.
Okay.
No. But you'll give me 4 points. I am Big Nick, joined by the nationally traveling comedian, the luscious Italian stallion that is Danni D.
Yo.
We got co-host of the Stand Up Dads podcast, my Portuguese lover, Rob.
Hello.
We got host of the Iambic Poetry podcast, Vice President, Sac Poet Society, all around good guy, Sharon.
What's up?
And we are joined by the hilarious motherfucking Tyler Cantu.
What's up, everybody? What up?
What up,
Thanks for
God?
having me, guys.
What up, God?
Thanks for coming on. I first got to ask, were you like a sports announcer in your previous life?
Previous life, I don't know. I'm not like into the whole past life thing. My girlfriend is though. But I was in a previous job. Yeah, when I lived in the desert, I lived in Palm Springs and I did local sports radio for like 3 years. And yeah, it was great. It just paid like shit. So I don't do that anymore.
So you got into comedy where it pays you so much better.
Yeah, exactly. Went real upward, you know?
Oh, yeah. For sure.
So did you like announce like high school football and shit like that?
I did a lot of different things. So like I started as just a board guy, like for one show. But the guy that ran that show was also the guy that ran the radio station. And he saw really quickly how much I knew about sports and was like, well, let's try to throw this guy on air a little bit. And so I just started as kind of like a third chair on that show. And then quickly developed rapport with other people boarding their shows, being a board op. And so then I started guest hosting a show called Pure Sports with Jeff Bloom. That was kind of like the main show I was on for a while. Like when I was on that, we started as just a 2-hour show and then we grew to a 3-hour show. We had a lot of local rapport down there. Show was doing really well. And then they fired me because I kept showing up late. So, you know, things. Yeah.
True comic.
Yeah, exactly. So I did announce high school sports too. And then I did a Saturday morning high school radio show too. So I like interview like local star athletes. Cause I played high school in the area. So I knew all the coaches. At that point, some of the coaches were my friends that I played with, you know, so I did a lot at that radio station and you can tell they really didn't want to fire me, but man, I was a degenerate at that radio station. Like I did shit there they don't even know about, man. I was doing like coke off the fucking bathroom, like sink and shit in between shows. Like I do a line and then go talk to like high school kids and be like, so what'd you guys do in school today?
It was the high school groupies that did it, didn't it?
Yeah. They sold it to me.
Not allowed at high schools.
Yeah. If anybody sees that they will listen to the show, they're gonna be like, you did what? Because I gave off like the nicest I was Bob Saget on the Full House, you know, like 100%.
You're 18, right?
Barely.
That's how you met his girlfriend.
OnlyFans. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. One thing I want to discuss is you placed first in the By All Means comedy competition, right?
Yes, I did. Not the last one, but he does it every once in a while. But the second to last one I placed first in. Yeah.
So the audience may not know what it is. So explain it to them as if they were a 37-year-old male that doesn't get out of the house much.
Okay. Oddly specific, but
Yeah.
I'll... No, what it is Josh Means, who's a local comedian. here, and the feature act at Laughs Unlimited puts on. I guess it's kind of a monthly competition what it's turned into. But he invites it's usually between 6 to 8 comics, and then we all get 7 minutes to basically give our best jokes out. And the crowd, it's really fair judging, because the thing, if you talk to comedians, one thing we hate about competitions is if it's for judges, then we're performing for judges and we're not performing for the crowd. So that's annoying, because then you have to pick what jokes are going to be good for judges. And then if it's for just a crowd of people, well, it's usually whoever brought the most people is going to win, because then it's whoever brought the most support is going to get the most votes. What Josh does is everybody there has to make 3 votes. So you have to vote. So you can come vote for your friend. That's cool. But you got to also vote for who you thought the 2 actual funniest people were that night. And I only brought 2 people, so I thought I was going to get last. I'm not going to lie. I couldn't get anybody to go to a show on Wednesday night in Sac. So, but there was 40 people there, and I ended up getting first. Hitman Thornton got second, and Jess Harding got third. It was a great show, man. Kels Barkdale had to host it because Josh had something else going on that night. So, but yeah, like I said, to me, the most fair competition I've ever heard of, because I haven't heard anybody else do that style of voting where you have to vote for 3 people, and it's just whoever gets the most overall votes. So, to me, the people that win that competition, I know David Rodriguez has won it before. And it's not to say that you're the funniest person, but you were the funniest person that night for sure. Because the guy that got second, Hitman's been doing it 20 years. His performance was killer too. He easily could have beat me. But it just happened to be a good crowd for me that night, to be honest. So
nice. Danny, have you done it?
Yep. I placed second. I lost to Molly.
Fisk?
No, that's
No.
yeah.
Molly
McGee.
Oh, McGee. Okay. Really?
And I will say this, if you listen to Josh's Means podcast, he does a podcast now. He just said on his last one, he's like, if we're being honest, and he's not lying, the level of competition every time he does it gets a little less. Danny's competition was stacked. When you look back at the lineup, and not to say that mine wasn't, but Hitman's been doing comedy 20 years. Nothing against Jess. Jess has been doing it 6 months, and most people that are in the competition at the point Danny was in have been doing it a couple of years to 3 years, real veteran comics, and Jess had a great set that night. But again, I'm going against people that were right around the same level as me or less than. Hitman was definitely the most seasoned one, and you can tell that night. It was a great and Danny's Logan Farr, when he got first, his lineup was unbelievable. They're great competitions.
Yeah, because that night it was Molly won, I took second, Gabe took third, and DeJan was on it. There was some really good killers on there. Yeah,
and Gabe is the best comedian in Stockton to me. That whole Stockton area scene, he's my personal favorite. He's a beast.
Don't say that out loud. Don't speak that into existence.
I'm a nice guy, Danny. My jokes don't make me sound like it, but I am a nice guy.
Believe me, I know.
So Josh is doing a podcast again?
Yeah.
Yes, it's called the By All Means podcast for now, but he might have to change it because I think there's another podcast called By All Means. So we'll see what it turns into, but it's cool. If you're into this scene of comedy, it's fun because he kind of talks about the roast battle, and then he'll bring he had Kayla Keller on last time with Buddy Dean, and they talked about their first couple times roasting. The first episode was Artie and who is it? Robert Amato.
Yeah.
Amoto,
yeah.
Amito, whatever you want to say. Tomato, Amito, Amato, whatever. All same shit. Yeah, it's a good podcast, man. I'm a podcast junkie, so I'll listen to. I was listening to Colin Casados talk about shit in his van for 30 minutes a day. So I'll listen to anything, obviously.
That's cool. Well, then I hope you've listened to this podcast.
I have. I listened last week to Julian's. That's my guy too. So yeah,
right. Shocker.
Yeah. Like I said, nice guy, support friends. Danny is a friend. Sharon's a person, that's cool,
He's a person?
I'm human. Got male tendencies.
Sharon's my guy, man. We done he's the one guy I get to see consistently here at open mics in my area, up in the mountains and the boonies and shit. So we have some fun, man.
So why did you move from Palm Springs then to the boonies?
A girl. A girl,
always,
man. Always a girl. Met a girl. She's from here, so she wanted to move back here. She was like, she gave me the ultimatum. She's like, either you're moving with me or we gotta break up. I'm not doing long distance. And I was like, I could use a change. I've been SoCal for 30 years. Let's try Northern California. So here I am. And for 6 months, I learned how to drive a tractor and do all the things. So I'm fitting right in, man. I'm good up here.
Let me see those arms. You got a trucker tan?
Boom.
Nah, you need a flex. I was looking for a tan. But okay.
That was just for me. That was just for me.
Make me feel self-conscious.
Danny's seat is wet right now. I'll tell you what.
Nail trail all night long.
And it's just because it's 107.
Right yeah, I'm not in the sun. I'm inside. I'm an electrician, so we're doing inside work right now. Thank God.
Fuck! This week must have been hell.
Yeah, it wasn't fun because it's not insulated yet. There's no like air conditioning. We're doing the new Briar Patch off Auburn, so like, yeah, it gets hot the second half of the day for sure. Yeah.
Man. So, did you do comedy in Palm Springs, or did you just do it up here?
I didn't start till I got up here. I started writing like right at the beginning of the pandemic, right before actually. I wanted to start, and then it like hit, and I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna keep writing. So I just wrote a lot of shitty jokes for like 6 months, and then try to find places that were eventually doing it. And it took a few months, and then finally, I remember Sat Comedy Spot started again, and that was the first place I went, and that was horrible. Like I bombed so hard. And then but that same joke I rewrote, went to Laughs like a week later, did good there, but then also realized that's not an open mic. It's a showcase, even though some people treat it like an open mic. And so I was like, well, I don't want this woman that I hope books me one day to see me suck. So I'm not going to come back here for a while. So I waited a year, and then I started going back recently. And yeah, I've been doing good since then. It's been good. Josh's competition really was a good starting off like trampoline point for the last few months for me.
He actually got a hosting gig for Last Unlimited.
Yeah, it was supposed to be tonight, but it's too hot and no one wants to leave their house. So we rescheduled it for. We actually rescheduled it because I told Jenny, I was like, I'm doing a podcast and they need me to do it. So you're going to have to reschedule that show.
Oh,
I'm sure.
And she was like, you know what, Tyler, for you, absolutely.
For Gag On This, no
For the
problem.
Gag On This podcast, no problem.
Yeah, she loved it when we recorded there.
Oh, yeah.
She said she's been trying to get on this one for a minute. You guys said, hold on. There's a line. There's a line.
I bet.
Very
Line
short.
to get away.
Just a little bit.
We're not that bad.
But yeah, so no.
Just nobody knows you guys anymore because you guys don't fucking come outside or like go to comedy events. So
I
you
go
guys,
outside.
People out there.
you
fuck
guys
that.
are irrelevant.
I think me and Tyler know each other. I go outside.
I'm not saying
Yeah.
you. I'm speaking to Nick and Rob.
Oh,
Sharon yells about how weird his name is once a week at a pub up here. It's nice.
I do.
And I'm well known on Twitter, so I mean I got that going for me.
That's good to
That's tight.
That's good.
tight.
You got fake friends. That's awesome. Keep
They're
your fake
real.
Twitter
Bots.
friends.
Lots of bots from what Elon says.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lisa 073952.
know. Wow.
Real. She exists.
And yes, I pay for her OnlyFans.
I'll tell
He's
you
got
what.
a face tattoo, and I love it. It
Oh.
says broken.
Oh God, that would fuck it, hey, man. Oh shit. That was making me think of something. Oh, Danielle, my wife sent me a picture. Did I send it to you guys? The one that blows octopus lady out of the fucking water with tattoos.
No,
Oh,
you don't share pictures.
Nick
with us.
likes broken women.
Oh
I
yeah.
do.
You know how I like
Who doesn't?
douchebags? He loves broken women for sure.
Like the type of women that porn go, you know what, you need to slow down.
Go too far.
Like, this is dark web stuff. We're good.
Yeah.
We're trying to make it family oriented.
Make your porn family oriented.
Yeah, Sharon watches porn with his family, so you know.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
It's better to watch porn with your family than do porn with your family. But
that is true.
Yeah, I'll give you that. One or the other. I'm choosing A.
I think the kids would be opposed to both. You know, my kids would be like, "No, mom, you're taking it too far. That's it. No more."
So
I'll ask my 9-year-old tonight and see what happens.
Yeah, ask her. Ask her.
You got a
She's
fuck
all
trophy
about
too.
Yes, he does have a fuck trophy.
Poor bastard.
Yeah.
Who loves her dearly?
I'll pull it up. You guys just vamp.
Okay.
All right.
He's getting it up.
Or is that like talking like a vampire? It sounds like a weird sex thing. Like, you guys go and vamp, and we dress up as vampires and just start getting naked. Like,
I'll do the comedy thing. Stretch.
Yeah, stretch. I will say, I heard you guys talking to Sharon last week about rap, and I heard you guys say, like, yeah, we got to go to our resident black guy, Sharon. And I was like, man, if that's your resident black guy,
Well, the shirt says it all.
I'm blacker than Sharon is, man. You guys need to get
More than I have.
We just went by dick size.
Yeah, that's Nick's.
So
That's
Danny's
Nick's.
the blackest then in the podcast.
100%. 100%.
All right, hey Danny.
Biggest dig of all.
I sent it to all you guys on Messenger. Send it to.
Okay.
Sorry, I was looking at the fucking picture. Send it to Tyler.
Oh man,
She is gorgeous.
where's this picture? I want to see it.
There you go, Tyler.
That.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Come on, picture.
Nah.
I'd fuck her. She's
Nah.
pretty
Oh,
hot.
there it is.
And she has her pussy pierced.
Nah. I'm good.
Ooh,
She has a
Tyler's loving
She
it.
has Magui. Magui.
I'm fucking. Yeah.
I mean,
Wow.
am I supposed to not like this?
Does she have a Gremlins tattoo? What the
No,
fuck?
that's the Mowgli. Yeah, it's Magui.
What's around the
Gremlin.
vagina?
A
A
spider.
piercing?
You know, it looks like the alien spider. You
It
know, the
does
one that
look-
grabs your face.
The face hugger.
Yeah.
Oh, and because you're eating her pussy and it's
There you
face
go.
hugging you. That's creative. You got to give it to her. That's a creative tattoo.
I want to know what the quote is. Like, I really.
To all the men
Well, there's a lot of movie
that have
theme
eaten this
there.
pussy.
Yeah, there is.
It's probably like a monologue, you know.
I
It's
can't
probably like
even read it.
Goodfellas.
Maybe
You
it's
know-
dedicated to her parents.
Don't get a
Like-
fucking tattoo with words if you can't read it. You fucking.
I come to you and offer, you can't refuse. You know, like it's probably one of those.
Wow.
Oh man, you know how bad that would hurt to have your titties just tattooed around? Oh,
Yeah.
no.
She got like Jesus thorns around him. Like that's and in heart shape. That's a weird statement.
She's a dangerous girl.
Maybe she's religious.
Yeah.
Maybe.
That religion involves like sacrificing goats, but yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
You know who I actually randomly found is religious now? Remember Carolyn?
No.
Yeah,
Baskins?
I hate that bitch.
Oh, Jesus.
Carolyn the comic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You hate that
Ooh,
bitch?
The
Yeah.
scowl.
Yeah. I mean, she shouldn't live here anymore, so I don't give a shit.
How
I'll
many
talk shit.
people has
let's
Danny
talk
said,
shit.
I hate
Fuck
that bitch?
Oh,
And then she's like hanging out with him like 2 months later.
That's not true.
She's the best.
That's not true.
She's my girl.
She's a
Yeah,
fucking
let's
weirdo.
roast her.
Apparently, she's fucking ultra religious now, and she does like religious comedy.
Oh, that's
Gross.
riveting.
So she doesn't do comedy, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like what? She's Joel Osteen. Like that's what religious comedy is. Like.
Well, that's good. I'm glad she found the Lord. Maybe she can find some funny jokes too.
was
Let me
gonna say,
down. These
fuck.
spikes are killing me.
I've
How
been
does
nailed to a
Jesus
cross,
jack
maybe.
off like this?
Yeah, I don't think they'll find
That's
that
my
funny.
religious comedy.
Right?
I grew up Catholic, so shit on religion all you want, because you know Like, fuck that shit.
12 years of Catholic school over here, man.
Oh, man. Yeah. Did you confirmation, communion, all that stuff?
All that bullshit. Yeah.
Dude, man, you guys want a quick story? With my confirmation, I graduated top of my class because I just thought it was school.
Yeah.
So I just did good. And the prize was that the boy that graduated top of the class got to carry the body of Christ.
Oh, joy.
But the thing was, I wasn't religious at all. And my parents never took me to church. So I thought I was going to carry an actual body. And I was like 8 years old, freaking out day of, like, I can't carry a grown man's body. What the fuck? Like, I'm sweating. My mom's like, why are you so nervous? I'm like, Mom, they said I got to carry a whole body today. She's like, son, it's a thing of bread.
And I was like, man.
Yeah. I was like, what are you talking about? Like, Jesus is bread
and some fucking ripple.
Right?
Yeah. And then I was pissed. I was like, why can't I drink his blood? Like, now I can eat the body. You guys can drink the blood, you fucking vamps. So what the hell's going on? Like,
let's all slobber on this communal cup of wine. Just
right.
Gross.
He wipes it afterwards, right?
Oh yeah, that makes it all better.
Yeah, with his sleeve that he just jerked off a little boy in the back with.
Oh,
You're probably a cute little boy too, so I feel sorry for you about.
And my grandma wanted me to be a altar boy so bad, and I was like,
did it for 4 years.
That's kind of weird that your grandma wanted you to get molested.
Yeah, well, she thought I needed a little toughening up. That's what it was. She was Mexican, so
100% makes sense. Those,
yeah.
What are they called? Those abuelitos or
abuelitas?
Abuelitas.
She wore razor blades in her hair. She was a tough bitch, man. Like,
Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, in the desert, you're just tough.
Let's get you facts. I'll take that. I'll take that.
100%. Like when I lived in Arizona, man, people were just tough. Like that's it.
Or old.
Yeah.
Or old, yeah.
Like Palm Springs got a lot of old people.
Old rich
a lot of old people, but they will give you money for sex, so that's nice. Like,
what? Whoa! Let's open this can of worms, buddy.
No, there is a bar in Palm Springs. I believe it's called Finnegan's. I might be wrong, so I might be just throwing something on Finnegan's, but I think it's Finnegan's, and it's
There's
known
a bar
as
in every town called Finnegan's.
That's true, but ours is the Cougar Bar. It's the known as like Cougars go there and 18-year-olds go there, knowing like what's up, like this is what's going on here.
Is there a bar like that for middle-aged women to find old men that are on their deathbeds? I would like that. I'd like to go find an old rich Palm Springs guy.
Hang out at golf courses.
Yep,
that is the last fucking thing I want to do.
You want
be
an
a
old
car girl
fucker
for
or
2
what?
weeks?
Become a candy striper. There you go.
Yeah, you're already sick.
Go work at a pro shop for fucking a day, and some guy's gonna be like, "I'll take you to the Bahamas tonight."
Let's go.
With those luscious titties in a bikini, I'll take you.
Right? Well, I'll be your Epstein girl. Let's go.
Ugh.
A bikini. You're so brave.
Oh yes, thank you, Mom. Thank you, Mom.
Her mom says that every time she wears a bathing suit.
Thanks.
It's a comment on Facebook every time.
Yeah, you're so brave. You're so brave.
Wow.
My brave little girl.
Yeah, showing her titties for America. So brave.
At least they ain't busting a heart signs. It's like
Really? Picture comment of her like this.
Right?
Right on the breast now.
Yeah,
So
100%.
I got one last thing to talk about. So we aren't friends on Facebook, so I didn't really get to see a whole lot of your fucking profile.
My bad, man. I thought it was public.
Oh, it's all right. Or I just suck at, researching. But are you part of, what is it called? Thursday Night Thunder?
So that is a producer show that puts it on like once a month. This guy calls himself Swiss the Big Cheese. I honestly don't know his real name, but so I just call him Swiss. But he was doing it in Stockton, and he finally got a venue in Sacramento. So we did like the inaugural one in Sacramento this last Saturday. Me and like Elvin Malente, who's the blind comedian in the area. And then Mark Snipes was another guy. There's a lot of guys on there, but me and Mark had a lot of fun. We got in trouble for making fun of everybody in the back. because that's my guy. Like it was so much fun. We had a guy that looked, I don't even remember his name, but he looked just like Donnell Rawlings. Like me and Mark, honestly, for half the show, we're like, that's Donnell, and he's just fucking with us right now. And he called himself a different name. He's being very careful not to use the word son. Like he's trying to work another hour out low key right now. But it wasn't him apparently. Like, but it was a fun show. I will say, like, the thing about Swiss is it's a charity show, so he charges a nice price for the ticket, but it is for charity, so people will pay. So it's like a 20, 25 person crowd. And for a first show in an area, that's pretty good, you know? And yeah, all the comedians did good. I had a fun play off Elvin because he's the blind comedian and he obviously does a lot of blind jokes. And so I came up first and I was like, man, Elvin, give it up for him. He's one of the most progressive comics in the area. He told me right when I met him, he doesn't see color. And that was like, everyone's equal in his eyes, you know? So it was a fun show, man. Swiss puts on a good time and, you know, it's just, but he only does it once a month. So you just got to hit him up if you want to be on that. But he does give a lot of comedians chances. Like guy Mustafa went for his first time, did 5 minutes. Okay. So he'll give you a shot. He'll give you a shot if you're nice.
How was that guy?
So what's next, man? Like we all
tattoo pussies, huh?
He started off because me and Mark talked about this. You know, when you're a new comedian, you'll do things that are not really like what comedians do to get the crowd going and kind of get them on your side. So he like went up dancing and sea walking, and the crowd laughed at it because he was bad at it. So you know, it's like that got him on his side for like the first 2 minutes, and then you know. After that, everyone kind of wears off. It's kind of like when you start with a bad joke is you take the first 2 minutes to get your crowd back on your side. Yeah. He had the crowd for 2 minutes and then it was like, everyone's like, all right, we're having enough of this motherfucker. Like, but it's his first time up. That's the way it's supposed to be. You're not supposed to be good your first time up on a show like that. Right. So he went up, he did his thing. He was loose. You got to hit the writing. You know, Danni saw me the first couple of times. It was, she's seen me have some epic fucking bombs. So
we've always had a good time together though. Always. I mean,
that's why it's always okay. Yeah.
Yeah. You always work it out and then come back with better jokes. You know, you're not like one of those comics that is like, oh, no, I killed. I did fucking fantastic. And it's like, did you record it? Because you might want to listen to you. You know, like I'm super honest and I'm not saying I'm better than anyone, but like I do record my shit and I do listen to it. And I don't really ever say like, oh, I fucking killed it at an open mic because you're at a fucking open mic. But, you know. Yeah,
that's so true.
Yeah. And it's always different when you listen back to it like on the recording and you're like, oh, okay, maybe that wasn't as good as I thought it was. But a lot of
was louder.
Yeah, but a lot of comics don't record their shit, so they just have what's in their heads, you know? And I mean, in my head, I'm fucking fantastic, but...
I can't remember the guy, but way back when I used to do it at Comedy Spot, there was a guy that I would see every time. He did the exact same act, the exact same way, and it bombed the exact same way every fucking time. And I'm like, dude, what are you fucking doing?
Don't talk about David Thorne that way.
No, it's not David Thorne. This was a Comedy Spot only guy. And I don't understand what
that old duels joke kills every time. What are you talking about, Rob? Like, no, I actually like that joke a lot. That's the way I thought of it.
I love David.
Duels.
David's the best.
Yeah.
Speaking of David, I saw on Heather Rogue's story on Instagram. Did you guys see that? I guess she's putting on a show and it was put up on Libs of TikTok.
No, I didn't see that.
Really?
I don't know what
she did a flyer and it was like something about gay drag show or super yacht, whatever. Mentioned about being gay and all that. And Libs of TikTok is basically far right extremism. They just post shit that they think libs, you know, suck at, like the woke crowd. And hers was on that fucking account. And it has 1.3 million followers.
Oh,
let me see if I can find it real quick.
But they were making fun of her?
If you get posted on Libs of TikTok, it's not because they're trying to show how cool you are. No.
It's not a good thing.
No.
Hey, no press is bad press, man.
Exactly.
You got to take that shit. 1.3 million views. I'll take that shit, man. She should be happy as fuck about that.
Happy as fuck.
Lean into that shit, Heather. Like, fuck it, man. I just did a show with her. She headlined a show I did last Saturday. Yeah, on the 3rd with down in Just Kicking It in Roseville.
Oh, okay.
I like that spot.
It's a fun room, man.
Yeah.
2 shows there. Both were really good.
Yeah,
the one was right after the game. Oh, yeah, we did it together. That's right.
Yeah, and I brought my drunk friends. I was like, oh, we got to go. We got to go.
Your one friend was all about me that night, you said. And I thought you meant like sexually, and then I thought maybe you meant comedy-wise, and I felt bad.
No, it's always sexually. It's not, it has nothing to do with your comedy.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know. Like, no, she didn't think you were funny. She thought you were hot.
I don't know if she heard your joke. She just heard like hot guy talking. Talking.
Laugh when other people laugh.
So this is
the flyer?
It's Comedy Yacht Club turns you gay, an all ages free speech comedy brainwashing experience that really will turn you gay. Now, that's a joke. Right. I just want everyone to know that in the fucking audience. But I got posted on Libs of TikTok. 6,000 retweets, 24,000 likes, and I found the post of this. Took a lot of digging, and there were people talking about they're going to bomb not like actual bomb, but like Twitch bomb, and just like log on and just start saying shit. So I'm super curious how this is going to go.
Guess who's logging in now? Like, my popcorn ready. Like.
100%.
Free surgeries for children under 5.
Yeah,
that's funny as fuck.
It is. It's hilarious, and they like think this shit is real.
That's really funny. Like of Heather, like I'll give it to her. That whole thing is hilarious.
But you don't have to be gay to be on the show.
Well, Robert Gary's not gay.
Yeah, Sam Mallett's not gay.
Maybe
You're
that's a coming out
right
show today on a very special Comedy Yacht Club.
Yeah, maybe
Sam Mallett and Robert Barry are gonna fuck on stage.
Man, I just spent the whole weekend with Sam Mallett. He didn't say not a word about that, so I don't know. Maybe we're all in for the surprise.
That's the surprise for
Let's start a pool. Who's the pitcher?
I mean, at least it's not physically in person, because I'm sure they would just get a whole bunch of shit. So at least
I hope Heather doesn't get upset about it, because you gotta figure 95% of the people do that are going to be make fun of you, but you gotta figure like 5% even to see that if they like it, that's a good thing. Like 5% more that you didn't think were going to happen.
Yeah,
that's more on it. Yeah,
I feel that.
Thank you.
You know.
Yeah, thanks for talking, Sharon. Well, we're
sorry.
Yeah.
Fucking A.
Ask me a question.
Mute yourself.
We're professionals.
Yeah.
Very. Very.
I'll give you the Isaac look.
Sharon's like, no. You're not really going to turn gay. Just go away. Go away.
I really can't. Or too late. She's already done that.
Yeah. How gay?
She's already been there, done that.
All right. Does anybody have anything else before we get to our ultra popular thing?
Nope.
All right. So you said you've listened to the podcast, so you know about our ultra popular thing called Inside the Comic Studio.
Brilliance.
Yes. Before we get into it, though, Tyler, plug your social media, plug any shows you got coming up, plug whatever the fuck you want, really.
Awesome. Yeah. At Tyler Cantu on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Right now, I had to start TikTok. I hate it, but I did it because that's what apparently young people are watching now. And then I have a couple shows coming up. I know this comes out Saturday and then Monday on audio, I believe these. So the big one for me, if you are watching this and you want something to do tonight, I'm going to be on Mushrooms doing 15 minutes in Sacramento.
I'm on that show too. Fuck yeah.
Dude, I can't wait. We're going to have so much fun.
It's going to be a blast.
Dude, I have jokes written lately as openers for me on Mushrooms. I'm like, I'm going to memorize them. So hopefully I remember them.
We'll see.
We will see. But yeah, that one. And then the 14th, I'm in Ibiza in Stockton. The 22nd is my audition at Laughs for hosting. So Ellis Rodriguez will be headlining there. Rob Johnson's featuring. Then I'm hosting. So if we can get as many people there to that one. that's really like the big one for me. So I'll just plug those 3 for now and end with that one. September 22nd, come to Laughs, have a good time, laugh at my jokes so Jenny will make me a regular.
Nice. And there'll be a link in the show notes for his social media and stuff. Danny, what do you got?
Yeah, I have that show on Saturday. We're gonna have a great time, and then I've got some other shit coming up. I've got like 4 or 5 shows. Of course, I didn't write them down. The next big show that I'm on is 9/16. It's in Stockton. Saul Trujillo is headlining. So even if I'm not funny, he's fucking fantastic. So you guys should come out. But you can check out my Instagram. It'll be all on that information.
Nice. Robert.
This Saturday, I'll be doing mushrooms in my living room.
Nice.
Get my side project, the Stand Up Dads podcast. I do that with my buddy Mike. We talk about parenting and throw in some dick jokes. We have been taking a little bit of a break, just some shit, and we're both now over 50. Jesus fucking Christ. But even though we're taking a little bit of a break, we got over 150 episodes. Check it out.
Nice. Sharon.
What always cracked me up about Rob when he said Jesus fucking Christ, like that's a Trinity. You get me?
Jesus fucking Christ.
I
don't fucking know.
You can catch me on I Am a Poetry podcast. Still doing some stuff on there. I'm actually doing a lot of shows this time. You can catch it all on restwonderland.com. Also doing Willie Liston's show over in Stab. Also doing a hip hop show, scratching and rapping and stuff. And also, if you can't catch us, then you can catch me over at the open mic over at Bald Brewing, Cruising for a Bruising, with my man Tyler on the microphone. He always makes the person at the bar laugh. So yeah, check it out Thursday. Today.
By the way,
Is that a pretty good mic?
Back and forth.
Yeah, you know what, Danny? I use it for my brand new jokes because the people there are really forgiving. Like the comics there will actually laugh at your jokes because they don't get to do mics all the time and they're not competing for anything. So it's kind of like a crowd. And then they always get a few patrons, like 5 to 10. You know, I mean, it's true. I'm the same way. I've heard the same material so much. I'm not going to laugh every time at the comics at open mics, but those ones I bring new jokes to. I'm really loose. And then that's kind of like, okay, if it worked there, then I'll bring it to another mic and see what I can do with it.
That's his gym. His little Lord's gym.
Yeah, it's my beginner gym.
Nice.
5 little weight.
All right. Follow me on Twitter at the Big Nick J. Fantasy-funeral.com. I got some points. I'm in the double digits.
Yes, he did.
I have thank you to the Queen for finally passing. I have 10 points to Rob's 136.
Rob's a fucking witch doctor.
He's a bitch.
Jesus Christ.
He's a beast.
Yeah.
Everyone else still has 0.
Shut up. Someone young is gonna die on my list. Someone.
I actually went through the whole list, everybody's picks, just to see if I missed anybody. Nothing.
So yeah, fantasy-funeral.com. We got merch. Click the link in the show notes. And I think that is it for plugs. Okay. So you know that we ask all comedians the same 5 questions. So the first question is first joke that landed well.
It's the same first joke that bombed. It just got rewritten. So there's a little something to comics out there. Rewrite your jokes if they don't work well. But it was a joke about it was a joke about a gay guy hitting on me at a coffee shop. And then it ends with me getting my dick sucked in the bathroom by him. Didn't really happen, but it's a nice turn and it makes people laugh. But the first time I did it, the premise was more like me saying like, gay guys are so aggressive when they hit on you, right? And people are like, you're a straight white guy. You're not allowed to say that. So I went home, rewrote it as more of a punch up bit where it was when gay guys hit on you, it feels the best because they're the best at it. And that's kind of more so the baseline premise. And then I play off that. And then once that really hit, that's kind of became it's not my opener anymore. I kind of moved it, but it was my opener and it ties back in with my closer. and it's really helped complete my act. But that was my first joke that really went well eventually after rewriting it 27 times, like.
Nice.
But honey, I'm not really gay. He was just really good at convincing me.
It's a really good coffee. Like,
Yeah.
Lips
How
or
do you
lips?
know? Yeah, yeah.
Lips are lips. Get the fuck out of here.
I think your son's behind you.
He always walks in at the most inopportune
I
time.
saw the hand moving. I was like, doing it.
Oh, he's not happy. Oh, there he goes. He's pissed. All right, next question. Favorite local comedian?
Besides Danny, my girl here, like,
Aw.
no, I don't want to placate, but she has been one of my favorites. I've told her that since day one. But if someone else, Josh Means, honestly, I know I've talked about him a lot, but he really is, like, since the first time I saw him, is hilarious. He's a very much Sam Morril kind of style delivery where it's premise, setup, punchline, but he has really good writing. He's really good at toting the line, which is like where I like to kind of play. So that's kind of like why I like his comedy, where he'll say things, that you may not want to agree with, but you're going to, kind of thing, and it's just, he's a really good writer. I'm happy to see him start getting some of the clout that he's getting, and Danny the same, man. You got some Skankfest coming up soon, girl. Like, I can't tell you how happy that fucking made me when you texted me that. Like, I
so
brag to
excited.
people about that still.
I'm
Like,
super excited.
Wait, what?
Oh, I haven't told all the boys yet.
Apparently
oh,
not.
You're performing at Skankfest?
I'm doing an opening act at Skankfest. Yes.
Sweet.
Holy fuck, dude, that's great.
That's fucking awesome.
I'll let us know.
I was gonna tell you guys when I got
And it's
closer.
a
Not
comedy
even
act, right?
me.
I mean, I tell her like every little thing that happened. Like, I text you yesterday because I'm on a show with Steve Fury tonight. Like, and
I
I'm
know.
fucking freaking out about
I'm
it.
fucking stoked.
Or tomorrow night. Sorry. Yeah,
That's gonna be a
Friday.
good show.
I know. Like, I can't believe I just found out he was on. I messaged a guy and I was like, dude, you don't even have to pay me. Just fucking let me
Yeah,
do
just let me
10 in
on.
front of Steve Fury. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Well, the opportunity to
Don't
perform
say
in front
man.
of Steve is more important, way more worth it than the $35 he would have given me to be
Right.
on the
Yeah.
show. Like,
Let's get some drink tickets. Goddamn.
Mike's cool though. I mean, I didn't ask for money last time and Mike paid me. So, I mean,
Okay.
like, he don't care. Like,
Well, he cares. Yes, he does.
Nice. Well, fuck, Danny. Yeah, you should have told me. Especially Skankfest. I love those guys. Come on.
Right.
I mean,
my bad.
I'm
out here
kinda
breaking
nervous
He
news.
opened the
about
door.
don't be nervous. They're
I'm just kinda
fucking
nervous about it.
degenerates.
So
I mean, come on.
Now
And I'll
she's
fit right
blushing.
in. I'm a super nice degenerate.
Right
so-
now,
Yeah.
they're doing a competition for the smallest dick to get a pair of tickets for Skankfest.
I'm pretty sure Big
that
J is
is
gonna win.
Fucked up.
They had the best homemade porn. They did that for Skankfest Austin, I believe. Anyways,
Oh,
congrats. Fucking A.
Yeah.
I'll give you guys more information next time
Yes,
when I
please
have it.
do.
Fucking Tyler.
I mean, that's a big fucking deal,
That's
dude.
I'm
huge.
saying.
I know.
I know, and you're awesome. Like, don't be nervous. You've done this set, like, good set, fucking a million times. You just gotta go do it in front of new people now, and you're a beast. You're gonna do fine.
Thank
She's
you.
all grown up.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm trying. I'm trying.
All right. So I accidentally messed up a bit. So we'll go to favorite thing about the local comedy scene.
Honestly, it's how close knit everybody wants to be. Like, I know sometimes it kind of feels like everyone says it's coworkers, and it does feel like that. Sometimes we're forced to work together, and you're on a show with someone you don't know. But the truth is like, yeah, exactly. Don't like even that happens, man. We can all be honest, but the thing is there's people that want to be close. Like, that's the reason me and Danny are close, is because the first time she saw me, she invited me over. I think it's because she wanted to fuck me, but we did become friends after that. And she's been cool with me ever since. Like, she's given me pointers. She's told me, like, you did good with this. Maybe that wasn't great. Always been honest, but always been supportive. Guys like Stevie C and me have become cool. Julian, who you guys had on last week, me and him have become really good friends. There's just a good, cool community here that, like, the people that want to love comedy and want this to be what they do you can very much tell, and we kind of gravitate to each other. And it's a really fun community because no one has a huge ego. You can punch up other people's bits. Like I gave Josh a tag that I don't know if he's going to use, but he wasn't like dismissive of it, you know? And if anytime these guys are like, hey man, maybe you should say this, I'll listen. None of us have to do what we say, but I love when comics want to give me a line, and that's why I always give them one. And maybe that comes wrong to some people, but I'm only doing it because like I love it. I love when, even if it's a bad one, like I have Strawn knows the guy, and I won't say his name, but there's a guy at our mic that tried to tell me instead of saying dick, I should say pee-pee in a joke. And I was like, yeah, I'm not going to do that, but
thank you. I appreciate it.
But thank you. Like, I appreciate the tag that you're trying there, man, you know? So that's what I love most about the local comedy scene.
All right. Now the exact opposite. One thing you dislike would like to see changed in the scene.
Any politics. I hate anything anytime there's anything, and I don't just mean like gatekeepers and stuff like that, but anytime someone judges someone based off their material, because the truth is, like, I mean this, like I try to be one of the nicest people alive. Like I try to be nice I always try to make clerks laugh at gas stations. Anybody I try to talk to. The other day, I randomly was buying flowers for my girlfriend, and I walked out the store, and this guy was walking up to me, and I handed him the flowers, like, here you go, man, I got these for you. Like, just to fuck with him, you know, like, just, you know, I just like having fun. I'm just a happy-go-lucky person. But the things that make me laugh the most are kind of fucked up, you know? Like, I have jokes about, you know, one of my premises is we have all these options of genders, but only 2 options of genitals. That's kind of weird, you know? And like people will take that as like, I've been accused of being transgender before because of some of my jokes, or transphobic, I should say, not transgender, but that would be weird too. But like that kind of stuff bothers me because it's like, no, I'm not any of those things. Like I have no affiliation to any of that except what's funny. Like if you make fun of me, like there's been a guy that made a joke about my daughter sucking dick on stage because he knew I had an 8-year-old daughter and played off of it. And I was the only one that laughed. Everyone else thought I was going to be mad and got like uncomfortably quiet. And it was some funny. I don't care. Just say what's funny, man. And if you are going to say, I'm not going to put this person on a show because I don't like their jokes, that's fucked up. It should be, if you don't think they're funny, that's one thing. Like if you said, I've seen them perform 5 times, they've bombed every time I've watched them, fine. That is totally okay. There's people that have not booked me again because they only 2 times they booked me, I've bombed the fuck out of it. You know, like it happens. But if I also know there's people that have said, yeah, I'm not going to book, like I've been denied of a show because someone looked at my Instagram and saw that I defended Dave Chappelle. And they were like, yeah, man, I can't have you on my show. And I was like, that's not even about my joke. Like, you don't even know what jokes I'm going to do at your show. Right. And she's like, yeah, but I want to make it an inclusive show. And I was like, well, you decluding me is yeah, that's not the way that works, you know? So that's what I don't like is that anybody in this area, and that's something you learn. Like you hope that it's not there, but it is. It's everywhere. People are going to judge you off your jokes. Comics are going to judge you off your jokes, which is the craziest shit to me. And I just wish everyone would drop that and just be about what's funny. That's it. That should what this whole game should be about is what's funny. And if you try to be funny, me and Danny are big Patrice fans. Patrice said it the best. Even if it's not funny, it came from a place of you trying to be funny. And that's what should matter. You weren't serious when you said it. It's that your intent should mean everything. If I said I hate transgender people and I was being serious, that should be ripped and I should be a piece of shit for that. But if I'm saying up on stage, I'm saying it's weird that, you know, we don't have an option where a girl that transitioned to a boy can't have a set of balls and a clit. That's just me trying to be funny, you know, like that's not me trying to be me. And that's what I hate the most in comedy, period. And I hate that it's here in this scene.
All right. Lastly, advice to new comedians.
Well, I bet you Daniel will agree with this too. And I thought about this because I heard Julian's answer. Julian's advice was really good too. But mine's going to be honest with your material. And what I mean by that is if you are 6 months in right now and you are going around and telling producers that you got a solid 15, you're fucking lying to yourself. Like, fucking stop. Like, unless the last 6 months you have not had a job, You've been going to mics Monday through Friday. You've been writing throughout the day, 2 to 4 hours a day, rewriting the same jokes, punching them up, listening to comedian podcasts all day on how to write jokes. Like, there is so much commitment that goes into really being having a really good joke, you know? And I told people it took me, like, Josh Means' competition was, like I said, my peak pinnacle. And if you told me to do any more than 7 minutes that night, I would have panicked. Like, I didn't have any more than that. I had a year plus worth of work that got me 7 minutes of solid material, you know? And there's people out there that I know in this scene that have only been in 4 to 6 months that are telling bookers, I can do 20 right now.
They have an hour. What are you talking about?
Yeah, they got a Netflix special. What you talking about? Like,
what are you talking about?
And it is like, what? Like, first of all, like I said, you're going to be a detriment to yourself because you're going to bomb in front of people that have booked you and they're going to go, I'm never booking that person again. They lied. They don't have 10 minutes good material, or they might book you one more time to give you a chance if they're nice. And then you're going to do the same material, or you're going to try to do a whole different 10 minutes, which could be even worse. And you're going to bomb again and they're not going to book you again. Like, you should be doing the same jokes at mics or some sort. You should have 4 or 5 jokes that you really feel like are good. You should be working them out, trying different tags throughout mics, throughout the years. Maybe it gets cut down to 3 minutes and then you start something new. But if you are 6 months in and telling anybody that you have more than 3 to 5 minutes, you're either a savant in comedy, you're fucking the next Dave Chappelle, or you're fucking lying to yourself. Like, and you need to be honest with your material. Go back. Like Danny said, record every fucking set you do, even the open mics, and go back and actually watch them. That's another thing people don't do. They don't watch after they record.
And be honest with yourself. Like, it's not the easiest thing to watch it sometimes. Believe me, I've watched some shit and I'm like, oh, like, what was I thinking there? But like, it also, like, you have to be honest with yourself. You have to evaluate, you know, the situation, and you can't blame the fucking audience or blame this or blame that, because honestly, it's just you on stage, you know? So
yeah, it's you, and you got to get, like, my last laughs one, it was okay. I'll showcase on Tuesday, but I did start off with a joke that I thought was going to work, because I always try to do something off of what just happened, and it didn't. And then you spend the next 30 seconds to a minute and you only have 3 to try to get yourself out of that fucking hole. And it did, you know, I did okay by the end, you know, like, but it is that again. Now I went back and looked at that joke. I rewatched it the other day and I said, okay, that worked. That's not working. I'm taking that line out. I'm going to add something in here. Like I talked about the other day with a comedian and they gave me a funny tag. So I'm putting that in there. And now I think I can even tie it into the end of the joke. That's the way you're supposed to work out a joke. Yeah. If you do the same joke 20 times and you get the same one laugh every time and you're like, this joke's good, then you're not going to be a good comedian. I'm sorry.
It's a killer.
It's a killer. I got that laugh.
I mean,
how pissed would you be if you changed dick to pee-pee and it actually worked?
Bro, man, I'd go back to that guy and apologize. I would hey man, I talk shit about you on a podcast.
Hey, as long as we can get another listener, make them listen.
Yeah, here's the link. We shat on you for like 3 minutes. Here's the clip.
100%.
All right, so that does it for that. Danny, do you got shit to do in about 9 minutes?
No, it's 100 degrees outside. I'm not really going outside.
Yes. Okay, good. Hey. Good. Because I got 2 things to discuss and I really want you here for it.
Okay.
So first of all, you guys all have kids. I don't. I am curious because this is now collecting steam again. How do you guys feel about people without kids going to Disneyland?
Go for it.
Do what you want. That's the best time to go to Disneyland. Don't take your fucking kids to Disneyland.
Well, no, people are saying it's weird to do that.
Why?
Well, hold on.
And there's some disclaimers there. Yeah. Like to go once, fucking go crazy, do it, you know. But if it's for people to go like 3-4 times a year, like as grown people, I think that's fucking weird.
Maybe they like Disney. Maybe they like roller coasters, Indiana Jones.
Let's hear what our guest has to say, because the fact that he just laughed, I'm assuming he has an opinion on this one.
The thing is I have a personal thing with this because I don't do it, but one of my best friends in the world, since I've met him when we were 14, him and his family buy seasonal passes and they go at least a dozen times a year. Like once a month, there's definitely a Disney trip. They get the fucking ears and everything. And now he's married and he found a girl that loves it the same. So he's one of those people that go.
But he's down in LA though, right?
No, he's in Palm Springs.
No, I mean, how far is Palm Springs from there?
I mean, 3 hours,
Okay.
Yeah, like it's a drive for sure. But he has a kid now, but he was definitely doing it without a kid. I will say he's a normal guy. It's just one of those things. It's like, when you meet someone normal and then all of a sudden you find out they're like, yeah, I'm really into like ASMR. And you're like, that's weird. But I guess everything else about you is normal, like, yeah. So you're like, all right, he's one of my best friends. Everything else we're the same. He likes football. He's a fucking, huge, what fan? Oh, Colts fan, because he switched in high school. It fucked me up, but he was. And, he likes all the normal stuff that I like too. He's just way more into Disney than I am. So I'm cool with it. I understand the weirdness side of it too, because I'll get around him and he's like, I'll be like, yeah, man, you want to go, do something this weekend or whatever? He's like, I can't, man. We're going to Disneyland. I'm really looking forward. They got a new ride opening. I'm like, how do you know the ins and outs though? Like, that's crazy.
They got it on YouTube and everything. They got it set up. My daughter
collect those buckets.
She got the little stand-in tour thing of how the ride goes. I'm like, why are you explaining this to me?
Well, your daughter's young though. At least
my daughter's 16. I mean, she's been doing it. She's been going to Disneyland since she was 7.
Yeah, but apparently there's 40-year-olds doing this.
Yeah, I have friends that don't have kids and go to Disneyland all the fucking time. They're huge Disney buffs, but like to me, I mean, I hate Disneyland, but if I were to go to Disneyland again, I sure as hell wouldn't take my little kids because I've been there without them and I've been there with them and it's way better without them. 100%. You can go on all the rides. You don't have to worry about some little shitty kid crying because they're afraid to go on Pirates of the Caribbean like I literally left my daughter with the attendants because she didn't want to ride the ride. And like we had stood in that line and I was like, well, fuck it. If you're not going to ride the ride, your dad and I are going on it. Stay here.
Sounds like when I went with my wife and kid and the wife didn't want to go on the Matterhorn. So it was just me and him.
Yeah. Yeah. Like the Tower of Terror, my ex-husband was a total pussy. Didn't want to go on it. But like, I was like, well, you guys are going to stand in line with me then. Fuck it. Let's go.
Oh yeah. I just got out of the first Disney trip for my daughter. She's 9. And they would, her mom took her for her 9th birthday. So they spent all the money. I didn't have to go. I was like, oh no, you guys have to take her. That's I'm so upset. I'm going to miss that memory.
It's rough when you take the kids because it's expensive and like they don't want to ride everything. And then they get cranky. I mean, I don't know. I took my kids when they were like 4 and 7 and it was easier to go without them. So
everything's easier without kids.
Yes, it is. I can attest to that.
Except tax fraud. That's kind of hard without kids.
Yeah, that's true.
That's fraud.
Wow. True.
But no, you think about this. It's the same thing as people that go to these cosplay things and stuff. I mean, these are adults loving to dress up to be somebody else. And you're like,
yeah,
really?
Like the Sac anime?
Yeah.
I think that's kind of hot.
Anime?
Like those furry conventions that,
Yes,
yeah.
furries.
Yeah.
Yes, I've met a few of those.
Yeah,
I'd love to do a show on one of those. That'd be fun.
The
Yeah.
Do a
difference.
show for a bunch of people dressed up as animals. Sorry.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say the difference between Sac anime is they're going because of their love of the anime. Furries, they're going because they love to fuck other furries. So there is like a
they love to
there.
act like they are that. Like
If you were going to be a furry, what would you be, Tyler?
Ooh.
Oh, a tiger. This is my favorite name.
What would you be?
Sexy tiger.
Well, hold on. Let's look up what a tiger furry looks like, guys.
Oh boy.
You guys find a picture of me. I'm like, I don't know what happened.
Oh, I pray this is fucking
Appropriate?
yeah for YouTube.
Yes.
Hey, goody. All right.
Oh yeah, he goes.
Okay.
Let's go to
I like the fourth one in. He
He has
looks
to go as
really-
Lion-O.
They look like clouds in
Lino.
Final Fantasy as well.
There you go. I
Tiger.
like the big muscles,
The cod
Fury
piece
Tiger.
there.
This guy?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Let me change the
Yeah.
share real quick.
I'd let that guy fuck me in that outfit.
Yeah. Beach tiger there.
Right here?
Tiger.
Yeah,
Oh,
that guy's hot.
That's fucking me right there. This is furry.
Wow.
All right, so
That's what I
Tyler.
look like after the sex right there.
There
That
you
sad
go.
one.
All right, so Tyler be looking good. I'll do me last. Danny, what about you?
I don't know. I'd probably do like a fox or a unicorn.
I wonder if there's a unicorn one.
Oh, there's got to be.
There's gotta be. Yeah.
They even sell the butt plugs with the tail if you wanted to go that far.
Yes. Yes, they do.
Those are kind of
There
ugly.
you go.
Yeah, that's not as good
Yeah.
as it. Wait, what
How
about?
do you fucking that though? You know?
Yeah, where's the spot for your?
I mean, there's got to be a zipper
There you
somewhere.
go. That would be
There's gotta
me,
be.
drunk with a fanny pack on, leaning up against a pole. That's me.
I think that'd be the fun part of the furry is to make a creative way to have the hole. Like you push a button and it just like elevators up. Just you know?
All right, and you said fox.
Yeah, I think a fox furry. I think that'd be kind of cute. It'd be foxy.
Look at those eyes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Cross-eyed
Like that.
fox.
Yeah. I mean, I don't look that
Hey,
good
I'd
normally,
fuck
but maybe in a
that.
furry outfit. Fuck yeah. That's all I needed to hear, Tyler.
Fuck.
I was about to say, Tyler, I'd fuck that.
I'm getting the
I
costume.
say that blue ass furry. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Got the thick thighs.
Oh.
Mm. That tail just rubbing up against your chest while you're hitting it from the back. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey.
Oh, she knew
All
her.
right, Sharon, what about you?
Probably a bear.
You stole
Oh,
mine.
come
I'll
on.
be the
joke
blue.
was there, Sharon. You say gorilla, and we all laugh at the racism.
There we go.
I'll be the bear. Be a Baloo style.
Yeah, you would be a bear.
You would be a bear. It'd be like you'd only have guys hitting on you.
Just so you know, Sharon, bear conventions are a different thing.
I know.
Yeah.
I've been to some.
Oh. Okay.
You make it sound like everything you're trying to say is like, oh, you know, there's like, I know what it is. I've been to a few.
I mean, that's
Okay.
an attractive bear.
Sure.
That's a thick bear right there.
That's
Yeah.
a thick bear.
Yeah.
Lizzo bear.
Yeah. That's
Oh no, you've seen me naked.
Megan the bear right there.
Like the Charmin bear. Fucking.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So Rob, you said bear too, so this would
Yeah,
be you.
that stole mine, I guess.
I mean,
What would you be?
I don't know.
It looks
Like,
like the
I have never
Kim
spent any
Kardashian
time
photo.
thinking about this.
yeah. I think this would be probably the cutest.
Oh boy.
Are you going for
A
cute?
koala.
a koala.
Yeah.
That would be like a
22
cute
hours.
Look at that.
furry.
Look at that. That's adorable.
Only thing you do is wake up,
That's
sleep, and fuck.
adorable.
Nobody wants to fuck adorable.
What true.
Look at
What
look
about
at
a
those
turtle?
cheeks.
Yeah,
Turtle furry?
turtle.
You kind of remind me of the turtle from Over the Hedge, so it kind of fits, you know.
Fucking A, man.
Yes. Tyler gets to be on every week we do this podcast.
I mean, that's me right there to a T.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
I don't think so.
Wow.
It's more
That's
dinosaur
like
than turtle.
The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles if he did Special K.
if he liked it up the ass.
That is just odd.
There you go. That's you, Nick.
What is that?
It's
That's
a
like-
creature in a turtle outfit. I don't.
It looks like
fucking
a snake being swallowed by a turtle.
Why does it feel sexual still?
It does.
Yeah, snake turtle.
Look
like
at how
he's
big.
sucking his
Snake
own
going
dick,
into a
but it's
turtle.
tail.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Don't you guys wish you could do that?
Whoa.
If you guys could suck your own dick, would you?
Yes.
Of course.
Every guy would.
Okay.
At
Right.
least once.
Yeah, I mean, there's, yeah, of course.
Would you finish though in your mouth?
Probably not.
I'll just stock up on
That's
pineapple
tough.
juice.
I think that's where the line would be like, you know how like there's some guys that like get girls play with their butts and some guys don't. Like that's also a line. They'd be like, if we could suck our own dicks, they'd be like, yeah, but do you fish? You'd be like, I mean, I'd like to. And other guys would be like, no way.
You'd have to do it once.
Yeah, you'd be like, I mean, once you try it once, there's like, well, I did it once. Like, I mean, what's the harm in doing it 4 more times? You know, like
Just might be your thing.
Maybe.
Guys, it's got a lot of protein in it. You like just justifying it.
You're all talking to your girlfriend, like, why don't you love it? I love it. I do it all the time.
What do you mean it tastes bad? Like
I just tasted it.
I've been drinking pineapple juice all fucking week.
Sweeten it up. Sweeten it up just for you.
Oh my God, look at my gray hairs. They're so ridiculous. I need to go. I'm getting old, you guys. That's it. That's
Yes, yeah, you are.
Okay.
That's why when you said middle aged, I fucking laughed.
right. I'm middle aged. I'm middle aged. Let's say I live to like 70.
Okay, all right, I guess.
Let's say I live to 70. We're not going to go like super far into like how old my grandma is and shit, but you know, women in my
got them
family do
genes.
well.
Got
Yeah.
them
I was
jeans.
gonna say, jeans are a thing, man.
They are.
Well, that's
I mean,
fucked because all my uncles died in their 40s.
Well,
Oh.
you made it past that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yay.
Yeah,
My grandma and the queen are only 2 days apart.
Serious.
man.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is Rob on that list that you guys made? Does anybody have money on it?
No, we.
Well, because of last year, I invited someone on the podcast who actually did die.
Yeah.
My bad.
On the
R.I.P.
podcast?
R.I.P.
No,
PJ
he-
on the Deadpool.
Yeah.
He had some picks and then he ended up dying.
But he got points.
He did.
He
got
beat
more points
Sharon.
than us.
Yeah,
That's the worst part of it.
he
Yeah.
got some points. So we're not allowed to put ourselves
Beaten
out there
by
anymore.
a dead guy. Jeez.
Well, someone commits suicide just to win. They're like, haha, that's the final note.
Some would say, I mean, it was a weird situation. We'll just say it was a weird situation.
Yes, it was. Yes,
It was. Guys,
Lizzie.
I have issues with guys in Boston. Like, as bad as I want to live there, every time I go there, I have a fucking issue with a guy in Boston. So,
Dude, Tyler, she creamed her pants when he was like, "You fucking whore." She was just
But
like, "Oh my
yes.
god."
but
Keep
then
talking.
But then I went to Boston and he like showed up at my room with like, he packed a suitcase and he like left his girlfriend and his newborn and was like, we're gonna be together. And I was like, whoa, bro. Like, I just wanted you to talk to me. Like, wasn't asking for any of that shit.
Hey, chill out, Woody Allen. Like, oh,
Yeah,
no.
right? Calm it down. Who the fuck? I'm like, you left your newborn and your girlfriend? Oh, that's so appealing.
I can
You
understand
gentlemen.
the desire to leave the newborn.
Yeah.
I can relate.
All right,
Yeah.
and then, I got one last thing, and I'm really curious, Danny, about this. So,
Calm
whenever
down, Danny.
whenever a woman is told to calm down, she always, for lack of a better word, over fucking reacts.
Uh-oh.
Now, what is it about calm down that just gets women going crazy? Because I'm sure, hold on, guys, have you said calm down to a woman and it went well?
No.
No.
Not once.
Okay, Danny?
First off, women don't like being told to do anything. And if I'm upset at you and you're the one telling me to calm down, you don't fucking know. So like I'll show you calm. Like I'm already getting mad because you guys all said it.
Calm down, Danny. Calm down.
It just sounds very like condescending. Like, oh, you're
Yeah.
fucking calm? Okay,
Okay.
come here. Like,
But here,
you know,
I'm going to add fuel to that fire.
Yeah.
You're acting just like your mother.
Oh.
don't tell me that.
Calm down. You're acting like your mom.
You better sleep with one eye open. You better
In a
you better
hotel room.
sleep on that couch with one eye open because I'm gonna get you.
But like, I'm curious. So guys,
don't do it.
whenever you've said it though, it's warranted, right? Like it's not
No,
like you're just being
100% it
condescending.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
You
It doesn't
guys-
mean just because it's correct doesn't mean he needs to be brought up.
It's just like a woman when she says your balls are small. It's like your dick is small, and you're just like, that's hurt.
Oh no, it's the truth for me.
You know what I got?
Yeah.
I don't think we're hurting him when we tell him to calm down. If anything, we're giving
It'd
them
be
fucking superfood.
worse. Just like, yeah, your
Yeah.
dad is a better lay than you. That would hurt.
If we're okay, if we're out somewhere and I'm upset at something and you're like, hey, just like calm down a minute, but if you and I are fighting and you tell me to calm down, those are just, you're adding fuel to the fire.
I don't see the difference.
Wow.
Is
Is there a male equivalent to this? Like something a girl says to a guy that can make us feel, I don't like them.
Maybe like shushing. Like I've shushed a couple of guys and they're just like, don't fucking shush me.
That's a bad one. Yeah, I'll give you that.
Like, shh.
I don't think it's on par though. Like when we tell women to calm down, they're about ready to fucking stab us. When someone shushes me, I'm always just like, don't shush me. What the fuck?
I never like getting hit. When you know when you say something, when you say something like when you say something like a little snarky, and they like, and then they hit you, and you like, and you like get that arm hit, like they think you're like, you're so big. Why you feeling that? Like, don't hit.
You told me you fell into a doorknob, Sharon.
Yeah. Blink twice.
I was like, you know when they stab you with a fork, like,
they're like, oh, like, and then they hit.
Are you in a safe place?
Really, we're gonna put out.
But I'm always the kind of girl, like if I'm pissed off enough, I just get silent, and then that's even worse.
I would think that. I mean, if I were a woman, I'd be more pissed when someone tried to mansplain something to me than telling me.
Oh, I get mad at that too. I hate it when.
But the escalation, like you guys tolerate mansplaining because you know we're fucking idiots.
Yeah.
But anybody says calm down, it's like I just pissed on your shoe. I mean, it's just fucking. I don't get it.
Oh, and if I'm around a girl that I can tell though, like, is annoying and hates mansplaining, I'll lean into it. I'll be like, listen, little girl, let me explain something.
This is why Tyler has no friends.
Yeah. I have to get fucked up friends with their girls like Danny. Those are the only girls that will talk to me other than my girlfriend. Like,
are you still with the girl from Palm Springs?
Yeah, we still lived it 4 years, man. Yeah,
you know, they're still together.
I know. Danny's waiting. She's like, one day. There's a video on my Instagram of the first time I got heckled, but the first time I got heckled, it was to take my shirt off. And it was another girl, but then you hear Danny very quickly in the background go, "Fuck yeah!" Like,
I'm here for that entertainment.
Yeah,
fuck yeah.
I was like, "Hold on now."
That's fucking Danny.
I support it. When I met his friend Mike at Scoreboard once, I was a little drunk and I was like, "I'm gonna fuck you," or it was something like that. I was like, "I'm gonna fuck you," and I can't stand the guy, but I don't know why I told him that. But
because you were.
Oh, it's because he doesn't fuck girls his own age.
Nope. And
he's like again. Leonardo DiCaprio.
So Tyler, have you done scoreboards?
Yeah. Oh yeah. A lot of times.
Yeah.
Okay. So she was sitting with me by the pool table. Mike was leaving, and as Mike's leaving, she yells it to where everybody in the fucking bar heard it. Like, Mike, are you leaving? And he's like, yeah. And she's like, I'm gonna fuck you. I am gonna fuck you as he's leaving. And I mean,
he ran the rest of the way to the car.
Right?
It was loud. And
nobody told me to calm down.
No.
Nobody.
They all wanted to see it.
They want to see it.
Right. She's like, well, are you gonna fuck him or what's happening right now?
You want to go outside and get him? He's right there.
In tears.
Yeah, we wanted to see you do the work.
Yeah. Dude, by the way, that girl that was hitting on this sucked Julian's dick in the parking lot that other week that you guys are talking about,
yeah,
that night at Scoreboards was so much fun, and it was one of those nights too that, like, I will say as a comic, you either get better or worse, because her little group of friends started fighting with another group of people about halfway through the mic. And you saw every comic shut down, like, oh man, this sucks. Everybody's gonna be fighting, not paying attention to me. And I gotta be honest, I'll take any energy, even if it's negative energy. Like, as long as people are fucking, there's energy in the room, you can work with it. And I remember looking at like Nate and a couple other comics and being like, yo, you guys got to go up there and work with this crowd, because you can't just go up there and do material or they're going to run right through you like they've been doing. Because that girl was heckling people. Another group was heckling people. Like, it was bad. And I made that girl turn red and run out the bar. And that's when I think she went and sucked Julian's dick. But I went up because she went up earlier. Someone went up there and asked her if she was a lesbian, and she answered no so fast. Like she could not have answered no any faster. So when I went up, I looked at her and I knew her name at this point. I was like, damn, Amber. I was like, I've never seen anybody answer the question, are you a lesbian? No faster. It's like you put out a bat signal for dick, and her face got so red and she ran out the bar. And then we laughed at some other guy that was heckling, and then they shut the fuck up. And because they were like, oh, I've been burnt. Now I got to go on. And that's the thing you learn at scoreboards, or those really fucking, like, I used to hate scoreboards. I gotta be honest. Like the fucking first time I was like, fuck this bar. These people suck. And I'll never forget, it was with Danny. We went and did scoreboards. I sucked. And we even went up to her, I think, afterwards and went like, yeah, this crowd kind of sucks. Everyone's not doing good. And then Luke Soin went up like 3 people later and had the same exact crowd laughing the entire time. And I remember going home that night and being like, all right, yeah, no, that was me, you know, like I sucked that night, you know, and
it sucks when that happens. Like when you're up there and like you just don't have the crowd and you're like, oh, fuck that was the crowd. Like I hate it when people say that, but then like 2 or 3 comics later, same crowd, they're all listening and laughing and quiet, and I'm like, I'm gonna go home and slip my wrist. Fuck. Like what? And you know, like I always internalize, like, what did I do? Why didn't they fucking listen to me? I used to take it hard, but then I was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna just do better.
You learn to calm down.
Yeah, you learn to calm down. Wasn't it? I don't know. I don't. Yeah, don't ever tell your girlfriends or your wives that.
It's too late.
It's too bad.
Yeah, we've all fucking done it.
Them are fighting words.
Yeah.
I did today. That's why she hasn't bothered me for 2 hours. She's fucking pissed at me right now.
Yeah, exactly.
So before we go though, Danny,
just putting poison in your dinner.
Danny, what's worse, saying "Don't be like your mother" or "Calm down"?
Calm down.
For me, it's "Don't be like your mother," or like you're acting like your mother.
What's your mom's name?
Sherry.
What if somebody was just like, "Okay, Sherry"? To your,
I've done that.
People have said that.
I've done that.
And I'm not like one for violence. You know, I'm not into what Sharon's into, but I've socked someone in the face for saying that. So
oh, fucking A, man.
Yeah.
Didn't see that one coming up.
Let me tell you guys, it did not feel good. It was a good ride.
All right, well, we're gonna end it. Tyler, thank you so much for coming on. This was a fucking great episode, man.
Yes, it was.
Thank you so much, you guys. You guys are awesome, man.
Everybody, stay cool and stay safe.
And calm down.
Later.
Later.
Bye.